All right, so what's up, YouTube? I guess first what I should do is introduce myself. My name is Matt. I live on Long Island, New York, in a town called Lindenhurst. And I have a wife and 3 little girls. I have an e-commerce business where I sell men's grooming products to barbershops all around the country. I have my own barbershop here in Lindenhurst and a fraternal order, pretty much something similar to a modern day version of a Knights of Columbus men's social club, something like that. All 3 of those businesses, I am partners with my brother Stefan. Me, him, and our videographer, Box Visuals, Michael Waller. We're talking yesterday and talking about creating content daily in this format, and challenged ourselves to do it for the whole or the rest of the month of January. And this is something that I was originally doing. I did it when I started having my kids. My oldest daughter's 5 years old, and I have twins that are 3. And I started making daily family vlogs where I would document anytime all the family was together, and I would store it in my photo album. So I think that doing it this way and uploading it every single day to YouTube would be even more beneficial. Maybe I could tap into other people that live a similar lifestyle, have the same values, and we could work off of each other and benefit off each other and create a network where we can share ideas and methods or whatever it may be. And if no one watches this, I have an awesome documentation of what I think could potentially be the peak of where I am, the peak of my life in general. I think I have a healthy, growing family. I have a healthy, growing business. I have an extremely positive mental attitude. And life, to me, seems very good at the moment. And I would love to document it and be able to look back at this at any point in my life and see the stage. Because like I said, I'm in a very good place in my life. I'm very content with what I'm doing. And I'm very happy with what I got. My gratitude level is on the highest of levels it could possibly be. So hopefully I feel this way forever, and I plan on it. But regardless, I know that's the way I feel right now, and I know this would be a great time to start documenting my life. And like I said, I could just make these videos and store them for my own personal viewing pleasure later on, but I first of all, I created this not competition, but this task between my brother and Box. And on top of it, it's something I think I'm passionate about doing. I was always pretty secretive. I have a big social media platforms for my business, but I don't have any social media platforms for myself. I keep my personal life very secretive, I guess. I just don't find the reason to promote what I'm doing on my off time. I only use social media as a tool to grow my businesses. But I do think that media in general and content in general is gonna go in this direction, where I think when my kids are my age, this is the way everything will be. With putting the best technology of cameras within everybody's phone and in everybody's pocket. Obviously the world's going that way already. And also with AI, I think that soon all content is going to be hard to decipher whether it's genuine or artificial intelligence. And I think the only type of content that will be authentic is genuine people not creating polished content, if that makes sense. Like me sitting here and just being an open book and being completely genuine and explaining who I am, what I'm doing, and where I'm at in my life is the most authentic content you could possibly put out. And everything else soon is just going to get washed into, like, I think there'll be a point where no one will know what's real and what's not, and but except for this. I mean, maybe even at this point, I'm sure there's a AI tool already where you could just talk into it and it'll create your own avatar that'll look pretty real. But anyway, this is where we're at right now. I think we're ahead of the curve. I think this is something that I'm personally passionate about documenting my life. And I think about putting it on the internet is only gonna benefit my path to growing what I already have and linking up with other people and sharing my experiences. In my opinion, I live a very interesting life. There's never a dull moment. I'm never sitting around doing anything. I'm extremely busy. The businesses I have are very interactive and fun. I don't sit at a desk and do paperwork. I'm moving and grooving. I'm networking. I'm traveling. I'm creating content. I'm building a brand. Doing lifestyle branding, which is really fun, which I'm just picking events that I think are cool and attaching my brand to it. I have an awesome family. I got 3 little girls that have a ton of personality and are extremely smart and beautiful. And I'm obsessed with my family. If there's anything to know about me, is I do 2 things. I do family and I do business. It's literally, it sounds so simple, but it's the only thing I do, and it's what I'm extremely passionate about. If it's not either one of those things, I do not do it. Luckily for me, my business is very social, so I don't need to have an extra social life besides what I do for business. So I check all the boxes with my job for my social aspect of my life, and the second I'm not working, I tap directly into being present with my family, which is the single most important thing to me. Anyone who knows me, anyone who actually knows me, knows that my family is by far the most important thing, and not even just my immediate direct family. My mother, my uncle, I mean, I guess it is my immediate family, because there's very few people I can count maybe on 2 hands that I pretty much dedicate my entire life for. Everything I do it for them, and that's pretty much it. That's me in a nutshell. And this is just going to be my intro video. I don't even know if I'm going to use it. I also don't know, because I have the camera flipped around so I can see it. So I'm using my iPhone, obviously. It's probably the shittiest quality possible. I'm not using a mic. All this might change as I continue to do this. But I'm going to try to stick with it all the way through, at least for the month of January. And I'll see where it goes. I'm not really so concerned on views and likes and all that. I'm gonna see how I feel about adding this to my daily life. For one, I'm extremely busy. This is a great time for me to do it in the mornings. You'll probably see a lot of this. I go to the gym every single day, or at least 5 days a week, at 5 a.m. So I'm up at 4 a.m. every day. And then after I go to the gym, I go get my protein shake from the local coffee store, Muni's. And then I sit here and I watch the sunrise. I'm at the docks right now, the Wellwood docks. And this is kind of my routine, and I think this is a great time for me to do my intro to every day. But my concern is that I stay pretty busy, and adding anything extra to my life is a challenge. But I think this is something, and I think it will translate into business and add value to my personal life. So I don't think that it should be too much of a burden, but I'm gonna do my best. Like I was saying before, I'm using the front camera on my phone, which is probably really shitty quality. It's dark out and I'm using the light inside of my car. So I'm not 100% sure that this is gonna be the highest quality of content. Maybe as I do it, I will start to add components that'll make the quality a little better. Maybe I'll order a little microphone. Maybe I'll flip the camera around so I'm not looking at myself. I don't know why. I'll probably be better off not staring at myself as I'm talking. But again, these are things I'm going to learn. I'm gonna kind of take you along with me, and maybe you can get some value out of this, whether it be the content that I'm talking about, whether it's building a brand or how to live a very fulfilled life. I don't know what it is I don't know what you're going to get out of me, to be completely honest, but I'm going to be completely authentic and transparent and talk to you about things exactly the way I see it. This is not a content push to push my companies. This is more of a personal, I guess this is more of a personal branding thing, if you look at it that way. I'm building a personal brand. I guess that's exactly, I feel like everybody kind of has a personal brand out there. I don't know, I guess that's a whole different topic we can get into. I'm going to keep this more of just my intro video of explaining to you why I'm here, what I'm doing, and who I am. And I think I covered that so far. And there goes my phone. And keep this shit raw as hell. No cuts, no nothing. It's just straight. So far I've been talking for 11 minutes to you. Wow. I guess I think my goal is to put together like maybe 30 minutes a day. Maybe if I did this 3 times a day, maybe if I did an intro in the morning, something maybe midday, and then maybe something at night, and kind of capture my entire day in 3 sessions. And if you think about it that way, it's 3 chunks of 10 minutes a day. How could that not be obtainable? So today's day 1. I guess, I mean, you guys are actually sitting here with me while I'm figuring out exactly what I'm going to do and why I'm doing it. Like I said, I talked to my brother and Box about this yesterday, and I wonder if they're going to start today. I'm not even going to tell them that I'm doing it. I'm just going to put together 30 minutes today, and then I'm going to hit those motherfuckers up and be like, where you at? I have a feeling Box is on it. Box is the one who really pushed this. So I'm just going to keep going because I got a lot to say, apparently. So Box is like my right-hand man. He's been our videographer for my company for probably over 8-9 years now. But he also turned into one of my best friends. We're literally with each other. We're not as much anymore, but we used to be with each other every single day, day in, day out. And we still work together pretty often. And he came to me with this idea of making raw, uncut, actual content that wasn't polished, what he likes to call it. And to be honest, no videographer would ever tell one of their clients to make content this way, because I'm literally taking his job away. But we don't work that way. We're always trying to figure out ways to enhance each other and build each other up, and we're not really concerned about making money off of each other. So he's one of those people that is really ahead of the curve and what's next. He has an AI page that he started probably less than a year ago, probably 6 months ago or something, on Instagram, that has over 300,000 followers already. He's just tapped into what's next. He's extremely creative, extremely smart, and he came to me with this proposal, and I trust a lot of the things that he says. And I'm the type of person that if you tell me to do something, I get it done and I give it my all. So this is where we're at. This is what we're gonna do. Honestly, I think there's gonna be value here. I wasn't really sure what the hell I was gonna talk about. I was like, I'll try. I'm usually not an open book where I kind of let people in to see me in my fullest form, if that makes sense. But now I'm here sitting talking to my phone, and almost 15 minutes in, and I feel like I can keep going. So apparently there is something here. I think that I have a lot of value to offer in terms of my skill sets. There's things that I'm not good at all when it comes to business, but the things that I am good at, I consider myself to be really good at. So this is going to be my effort to share my knowledge with the rest of the world, while simultaneously documenting it for myself. And that's it. So I'm gonna cut this now, and I'll be back midday. You know, this is gonna hold me accountable, because once I fucking say I'm gonna do something, I gotta fucking do it. So I'm gonna come back midday at some point in the middle of my workday, and I'll let you guys know what I'm up to, what I'm doing, where I'm at. And then probably before I go to sleep. So you'll probably see a lot of me in my car, then at my office, and then in my garage. If I were to guess, that's the way it's gonna look. So I'll see you later. All right, as promised, in the middle of my workday, and gonna get into my second portion of this vlog. So where I'm at right now, again, I'm not really exactly sure what this is going to turn into, if this is like a day in a life, or if it's educational, or if it's just documenting, but pretty much the way I'm going to go about it right now, I'm going to kind of let this form itself, but I'm going to slowly just kind of let this take its own shape. And in the meantime, the only thing I could think to do, and for the right thing, cover that light, is to just kind of go like a day in a life and give a view into what my daily routine is. I don't have much of a routine at all. I mean, I have some routines in the morning and in the evening, but every single day I have is pretty much different. I don't have a set task that I have to do every day. Come in the morning, I use an app called Monday.com. Me and my brother use it, and it's where we put all our tasks and all of our projects, and it's how we stay on top of it. We can stay on top of each other. So pretty much so far what I did this morning was I went over and I met Lexi. She's a friend of ours. She's also the what's Lexi's title?
With the Brotherhood?
Yeah.
I would call her the secretary.
Secretary. She's the secretary for our fraternal order, and me and her are both on the committee, the events committee. And so we pretty much had a meeting this morning. We sat down over breakfast and went over all the events that we have coming up for it's called the Order of the Holy Black. I haven't got too much into detail about my actual businesses and what they are and everything, but as you stay with me, you're going to learn every little bit of it. So it's called the Order of the Holy Black, and she's the secretary. She does all the minutes of all the meetings. She keeps me on track. She's pretty much my personal assistant, which I need every bit of her. She's a huge help and a huge asset. She's one of the best things we have. She's the hardest working person I know. So we sat down for breakfast. We went over all the events that we have coming up and what we need for all of them and what needs to get done ahead of time. If I can remember them, the first one I have coming up is we have some prospects coming into town for the club. They're from West Virginia, and I wanted to show them a good time, so I'm trying to base an event around them coming. So one of the guys in the club is a tattoo artist, and what we're going to do is we're going to have a little tattoo night here at the compound. The compound is what I call the warehouse where we work. Again, it's something you'll learn more. Maybe one of these episodes we could do a full tour of the place. I can kind of show you. Right now I'm in my office. And we're going to do a tattoo night where his name is Albie. He's a tattoo artist. He's going to come in and he's going to come up with a flash book of pretty much Order of the Holy Black little flash bangers that we could do a bunch in a night. And so come in, we'll make a little tattoo station, we'll do some tattoos. And then I was just trying to think of an extra piece of entertainment or something for everybody to do while we're hanging out, so we're not just all just sitting here chilling while people are getting tattoos. So one of the things that I decided to do for that event, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to execute, I mean, I probably will, is chicken shit bingo, something we played a long time ago. I've been dying for a good reason to do it. Which is pretty much you take a chicken, you put them in like a big pen, you put like numbers on the floor, and then everybody could bet on the numbers, and wherever the chicken shits is who wins. And like you could pay extra for like, I think it's like marshmallows or something to put into your square. It's just a fun interactive game, something we could do where we have everybody here. So like for example, in that event, my task will to be find a chicken, set this all up. I'll get the tattoo artist. I'll stage the little tattoo station and just things like that. So there's that party. After that, we have a bingo event, February 15th. That's something we do pretty often with the club. So it's pretty easy for us. We know what we need to do. It's a decent amount of work, but it's like second nature to us. We have a massive car show that we do here in Lindenhurst. That's going to be in July. Last year, we had over 2,000 people at the car show. We had to turn away like 200 cars. The Brotherhood, which is also the name for the Order of the Holy Black. It started out as the Holy Black Brotherhood and slowly turned into the Order of the Holy Black. So if I say the Brotherhood, at least you know what I'm talking about. We made a bunch of money off the car show. It was a huge success. It was probably, in my opinion, it was the coolest event that was ever done in the center of Lindenhurst. So pretty much we rented out the town square, and we did, we had live bands, which were all like local punk rock bands, and we had hot rods. It was all vintage hot rods, so it was I think 1970, which gave it a really cool aesthetic. And so there's the car show coming up. We have to do initiation for the Order of the Holy Black, what we'll do in September. Actually, I haven't done one since COVID, but up until COVID, I threw the most insane Halloween parties you could ever imagine. The last one I did was at a motocross, outdoor motocross track, and we had, it was insane. There's a video we have on YouTube for the Holy Black of that event. Maybe I could put that in the comments or something like that. But it was a really awesome event. What else do we have? It looks like a New Year's Eve party. So we do the night before New Year's Eve, we do like a Roaring 20s, Great Gatsby themed speakeasy event. We do it at the barbershop. This year, we are getting a new clubhouse for the Order of the Holy Black. The clubhouse has been in this warehouse in the compound, but as this club is scaling, which is actually scaling pretty fast, and I'll get into the Brotherhood and explain all of that. That could be in a separate video, but as of right now, I'm just going to tell you what I'm working on today. We're getting a new clubhouse, so these events, we're assuming the Halloween party, the Roaring 20s party, all that should be into the new clubhouse. And another reason why I'm explaining about this clubhouse is because my buddy Jimmy, who is a really good friend of mine, we do a ton of business together. He owns a couple businesses himself, one of them being JWC Construction and Pitch and Tents, which he does like party rentals and stuff like that. He's in the process of getting a 13,000 square foot building. And what we're going to do is the Brotherhood is take a portion of that building and turn that into our new clubhouse. So he's actually on his way here to pick me up, and we're going to go over there and we're going to take measurements and try to figure out exactly how much space we need, because there's me, Jimmy, and another company that's coming in so it'll be 3 people with under one roof, and we're all trying to figure out who needs what space and how it's going to work and where our entrance is going to be and all that good stuff. So he's going to pick me up in a couple minutes. We're going to go over there and just kind of check the place out, probably bring our measuring wheel and just kind of figure out the space in general. So he should be here any second if he's not here already. So what I'll do is I will pull the camera back out once I'm over there, maybe show you guys the space, show you around, and just kind of take you along on the rest of my journey today. So tap out for now, and I'll see you in a little bit. One other thing here before we leave, we're vlogging, Rick. I'm gonna introduce you to Uncle Ricardo, Big Rick, also Boom Boom Restorations. He's a pinstriper. He also is here on the regular working on our 1947 school bus. I'll show you the motor that we're working on. This is it. We got this 350 from a junkyard. He's pretty much been stripping it down, replacing all the parts, painting everything black. We've had this thing for quite some time. We have another school bus, a 2008, that we were originally planning on doing a body swap with. But somewhere along the line, we decided to just pull the motor out, put a 350 in. Rick came here one day to help us and haven't left since. And he's the homie. He's been with us for quite some time now. He's just got inducted into the Brotherhood, and yeah, it's been fun. We've been chipping away at this thing. The engine compartment is getting to where it needs to be. Right now, he looks like he's working on some brake lines. And this will be cool because as we continue to do this vlog, I'll be able to keep checking in. You'll be able to see the updated process. And we're getting pretty far along. So the motor should be in this thing relatively soon, and things will start moving along, which will be really fun to see this thing. And hopefully before the end of this month, when we committed to doing this vlog, maybe you'll see this motor run, or maybe even be in the bus. So cool little update, show you where it's at now, and then you'll see a lot more of this, and I'm sure you'll see a lot more of Rick. He has a couple personalities that we're gonna bring into the vlog real soon. Okay, so this is a new test for me. I noticed when I use my forward-facing camera and I'm in the office, it was extremely grainy. So this is a test using the camera on the back of my phone, but I feel like it might be difficult to know if I'm in frame or not. So this is just my test here to see the difference between 1 and 2. Okay, so after that video, it's pretty obvious that this camera is much better than my other camera. So I'm gonna do my best to utilize this camera. I kind of like using the other one better, but I'm here with Jimmy. I got my measuring tool, and we're gonna get in here, take some measurements, and I'm gonna pull the camera back out once I'm inside and kind of show you some of the space. It's not that satisfying yet because it's just filled with a bunch of crap, but it'll kind of give you a little insight. And then if you continue to follow this vlog to see what we turned it into, it'll be really cool to see the transformation. So, so yeah, let me cut this now, and then I'll pull it back out once we get inside the building. Okay, so I'm in the space now. I'll show you around a little bit. I'll probably flip the camera around so I can show, see what I'm showing you, and give you guys a little walkthrough. So first of all, our bar will be built out here, so the gate will open up and there'll be a full-size bar. Then there'll be a window here where the kitchen, we'll have a commercial kitchen, and then this will actually continue straight, this wall here, and then we'll demo all of that. And then in that corner is where the men and women's bathroom is. And then this will be the rest of the space. Back along that back wall, there will be a stage. And up here will also be a stage area. And then this floor is actually built up. So if you look, this is actually the height of the whole warehouse. So all of that will all get demoed down, and then there'll be a railing here with some high top tables. The pit, I'll call it, down there. And then the back wall will have a stage, and our entrance will be in that wall over there, which I can show you in the front. But yeah, so that will be the bar here. Then there'll be a window here, and I'll show you what the other side of this looks like. This technically would be the kitchen. This window would be opened up here. And this will all be the kitchen in here. And then this area is where the bathrooms would be. So if you're looking at it this way, it'd be kitchen, and there'll probably be some back door entrance so you get to the bathrooms. You can get across to the bar, which would be on the other side of that wall. And then also we'll have a little office area in here. Pretty much where that hole is where a wall will be up, and there'll be another door. And then this will be a little, you know, behind the scenes office. I'll bring you back in there. I'll show you the outside. So once this is demoed, this bay door here will go all the way down to the floor. So when we open this up, we'll have access to this yard. So the whole yard won't be ours, but the goal is to put containers like in a U shape, like storage containers. So when you open this up, it'll kind of create like a courtyard style, and then maybe have little garage doors on the containers to make them into whatever we want it to be, whether it be a tattoo parlor in there, an extra bar, a podcast room, or whatever we need for the club. But this is pretty much space. Like I said, it's kind of hard to appreciate the size with the floor like this and with all the stuff in here. I'm gonna do my best to try to not curse on this video, but and once it's all hollowed out, you'll get a really better idea of what it will look like. So here's the outside of the area. That's that bay door. So pretty much what we do is off this wall have 2 containers, another 2 containers, and another 2 containers end up on the other side of that wall. So we'll open up and have a little courtyard out here. But also we will have access to use this space if we wanted to do a car show or, you know, fucking food truck vendors or whatever ideas that we come up with. We have plenty of space. Depends on where in the world you're watching this from. Us here in Long Island, this is plenty of space. Here's the front entrance. This will be someone else's space, but what will happen is you'll come through here and then we will turn this door into some sort of secret door, maybe a bookshelf or something of the sort, and then I'll go into the rest of the warehouse space. All right, so I think that I'm pretty much going to conclude this first episode. I ended up doing a ton of running around today, and I'm still kind of getting used to this. I'm going to try to pull my phone out more often throughout the day to really kind of give you guys like a passenger seat to what it is that I'm doing every day. I'm just leaving the costume shop now. We have a prop store nearby in Farmingdale called Costume America, and when we're making content, sometimes they need different outfits and stuff, and we needed something for this weekend. I just dropped it off, and now I'm actually heading back to meet Box Visuals. We're gonna do a little meeting. We got on the phone a little bit today and talking. He's really into it, my brother's into it, so I'm hyped up that everybody's kind of on board, and Box is really getting technical with it, making me feel like I gotta step my game up. He says he got a mount for his car and he's using a microphone and all this stuff. So now I kind of feel like I gotta really up my production value. But as far as the first episode, I'm just glad I got something in the books. I think I got maybe 35 minutes of content here. I was able to bring you guys along in some of my daily errands and my thought process, introduce you to, give you a little introduction to myself. When I meet Box tonight, what we're gonna do is he's going to teach me a couple quick editing tips. The whole goal of this style of content is that I don't need to send all this media to him and have him edit it and bring it back to me. I would like to be able to make this content throughout the day and then be able to bring it home and upload it right off my phone. I got the app called CapCut. I'll be using that to chop it up. And like I said, he's gonna give me a couple pointers on the best way to, make it as smooth as possible without going crazy. I'm sure his edited vlog is gonna be on another level, but I think as I continue to get better at this and work towards it and use different equipment, and I'm gonna try to keep it pretty basic because I don't wanna get to a point where if I'm missing my mic or I don't have the right mount or whatever it is, I don't want that to prevent me from doing the vlog. So hopefully this content is sufficient, like the quality of it. Otherwise, like I said, I'm just gonna continue to work on it. But as far as the first episode, I'm pretty happy with where we're at and how is it going. To be completely honest, I'm really enjoying it. It's something I thought was going to be more of a burden, but I'm enjoying the process of it, and I'm looking forward to doing this for a month and seeing what we kind of come up with. And that's pretty much it. That's where I'm at, and it's about 5 o'clock on who the hell knows, January 4th or something like that. And yeah, I guess I'll be back tomorrow. Cheers.